Where's this on my computer?
That's all right. You can always just do it, huh?
All right, so
Yeah,
let's.
I'll cook it tomorrow.
All right, everybody, this is Home Room Smooth. I'm Smooth. I'm joined by my friend here, Alan. Great to have you on. Let's just get into it, because this is a sad day. This is a sad day. This is an infuriating day. This stuff is just wild. Like, I can't, like, because I was saying, like, I was figuring, like, come on. I'm like, this gotta be like the one time. It's never been so effing clear. It's never been so clear. Like, they got this one. This one's easy. This is an easy W for the justice system. Just do it. It's an easy W. No one would be mad at you. No one.
Yeah,
Because everybody's like,
people.
you can't just be busting in people's crib, killing them. Okay, we with you. We behind that. And then this came out. And then he talking about some, do you want the truth or do you want the truth that fits your narrative? Man, that AG can go. Boy, that AG is, he horrible. If I ever seen, like, if Uncle Ruckus was a younger person, he'd be that AG. If Uncle Ruckus from the Boondocks was a younger dude, he'd be that AG. Like, everything with that AG makes sense for how he handled this. It all makes sense. It all makes sense. All of it makes sense. Like the Kentucky governor, he said, hey, release all the evidence in there and release the makeup of the grand jury too. He's like, release it all. Because he's like, this don't make no sense. The governor like, huh? He's like, huh? He's like, release it all. We need to know. How did you get here? And what's even crazier is, like, so they faced a charge for shooting into the other person's apartment, right? 3 charges of it because he shot at a kid, a pregnant woman, and her husband, right? They were in the apartment next door. However, none of the officers face a charge for the bullet that went upstairs into the black people that live above's apartment. None of them face charges for that bullet, which is kind of odd. I'm like, so is this just a total disrespect of black life now? Like, this where we at? This where we at? Total, it totally does not matter. Is this what this statement is? Black lives do not matter? Like, that's wild.
Do you want me to go by the sensible version of me or the outrage version?
You can give a little bit of both. You can go with a little bit of both. You can go with a little bit of both, because this is.
Well, and when I mean sensible, I don't mean I don't mean like, oh, like this is how I feel. I mean, trying to put together what they're saying, and based upon how we got here from our last time we discussed this.
Right.
They don't care, because, and I'll put it this way: if I do everything logically by the book, the guys there, and I put it in quotes, they were doing their job. Unfortunately, the people who sent them there, they're not on trial, and they need to be on trial. And I think that's where this breaks down to.
Right.
So the sensible one of me of saying, hey, they were fired at, so they want to fire back, no matter how they got there. Because if I'm saying, if I'm in that position and I'm doing my job as police officer, I'm serving this notice, though, this no-knock warrant. I believe, because my leadership saying, hey, we're going here and this is why we're going here, right? And so I'm thinking like bottom level, like, because this is what they're telling me, so this is what makes sense. Mm-hmm. So I'm doing my job, and you're gonna go in here. It's a no-knock warrant. So no-knock warrant. Hey, this person's armed and dangerous, and then someone shoots at me. So yeah, I'm supposed to shoot back. So they were doing their job, and unfortunately, I think maybe this case stopped focus on that too much. So what took an hour process, they just did the last minute, and unfortunately, they need the whole hour to figure out, hey, how we got to that last minute, and that's what needs to happen. So that's the logical part of me putting it all together.
Right.
The outrage part of me is, hey, we've been in other places where there's a freaking fall guy. Those guys need to be fall guys because what they did was wrong. It was an excessive, and it was the amount of bullets that were shot people. And I know the one guy that was fired, earlier because he wasn't even part of the whole thing. He was outside the house shooting inside, you
Mm-hmm.
know, and then that's the issue because the problem is too they can't charge they can't charge somebody because like we don't know what bullet went over there to this yard and we don't know what bullet went into this house, so we can't charge all of them because one person could have been actually firing at the right spot and the other person did something, but it's like no, it's like if that's what they're trained to do, and that's what they're trying to do. They need to do it the right way. First of all, they need to do it the right way, and they need to be held accountable. So then for the next people, they're not saying, "Hey, I'm just going to shoot up a place and roll the dice," and I was in the right because that's what they told me to do.
Right.
And that's where I'm pissed off because it's a no-knock warrant that was invalid, and then people they were charged with other endangerment, and it's still like. And I'm not even saying, give them murder. I'm not saying that because you can argue, hey, they were in the line of duty, they did something, but it's like they're not, and that's the thing, and it's like they're just like they get off easy for putting everybody in danger, and then they're like, okay, wanted endangerment. And that's the thing, is like they charge them on 3 counts of wanton endangerment, and like no one knows what that is, which means hey, it's like it could be it could it's supposed to be something huge, but then it's like he could get off something else, because they're just saying he's 3 counts of wanton endangerment, that he threatened 3 people's lives by firing bullets that traveled through the apartment. So that's all he got, and I think, and like the sentence for that is nothing. So they got him saying, hey, you didn't use excessive force, you didn't do this, the only thing you did wrong was endanger other people, which is bullcrap because everybody in that apartment was in danger because there's someone in there but wasn't targeted is dead.
Right.
And so it's like, so you can't get from wanton endangerment. So like if you want to give them, manslaughter or something like that too, reckless, or you actually give them, reckless endangerment of that too, the people that were in the apartment, not everybody else. That's what they need to do, and they're not, because like and they always find a way out of it. And like I said, they need to start. It's like everybody needs to be held accountable, because in other organizations, everybody's held accountable.
Oh yeah, all the way from the top down, everybody. They
Yes.
cleaning the house. Like you out.
Yeah,
You out.
and
They're gonna either
no
say
one's
you
doing that.
fired or you retiring. Like that's
Yeah.
literally what it's gonna be. You fired or you retiring. That's how it is.
Yeah. That's the thing, and that's the thing is, like, a lot of experts that they came in, they were saying, oh, because one, because officers didn't shoot first, and two, because so they didn't think that any of them would be like indicted for death, and like I said, it didn't need to be, and that's the issue. What I'm said, it's not what happened in that last minute. It's everything that led up to it that needs to be evaluated, and this furthers that cause. And I think they're putting everything on this one and saying, oh, hey, we didn't do anything wrong because we're not responsible for her death, because, and whether it's, and that's the thing, and I don't think they went in there and say, hey, we want to kill her, because maybe call me naive, call me stupid, call me, I'm trying to say the good of people. I don't think anybody woke up and said, hey, we're gonna go kill her. But the issue is the system is flawed, the system is messed up, there's all these issues with the system, and they're focusing on this instead of the whole process that led up to this. And that's what they need to fix. And that's what people are protesting for, that's what people are rioting for, that's what people are looting for, that's what we're crying about. That's where people are taking law into their own hands and saying, hey, because the law's not going to stop you guys, so I'm going to go stop you. And now they're taking officers' lives, and unfortunately it was probably a good officer that said, hey, you know what, there needs to be accountability, and but they don't realize this is why we're here, and they're not doing it. And that's what I'm most pissed off about more than anything, is because they're focusing on one thing, and they're excusing all the mistakes that happen. And like we said last time, there's a bunch of other cases where mistakes happen.
Right.
And this one sucks because it this one sucks because it cost someone their life, but there's other ones that since they didn't cost anybody their life, they're like, oh, okay, it's fine. Or they try to throw, he was within his rights. It was adrenaline. It was this, it was that. And that's the point. They want to make excuses for everything. And it's like, no, it's the whole system's in need of reform. And no one, and no one wants to be like, oh, like no one wants to agree with it. They say, I see no problem with it because this officer's actions in that moment were right. And whether you agree or disagree with that, and if you agree with that, that's, we will agree to disagree. And if that's your opinion, I'm not saying yours in general, I'm saying people in general, if that's their opinion, that's fine. But then you cannot say that, hey, that the system is not in need of fixing, of reform. And that's what pisses me off too. Like if people are that ignorant to realize that, hey, the system is fine, the system is perfect. It's like, no, the system's not perfect. The system is broken. And by them only, and the lawyers, they know what they're doing. They're like, we're only going to go on this murder charge, and this is the union. This is what they're going to go. This is what they're going to go off, and they're going to say, oh, he did everything he was supposed to do. But it's like, okay, but it's like, but who sent him there? And that's what they need to fix. You come in. Yeah.
Right. You're right. My bad, man. Oh man, but
sorry, I got on my rant. My bad.
No, it's all good, bro. It's all good, man. Cause it's just crazy. And like you said, yeah, like now people are taking the law in their own hands. Like there's 2 officers right now in Louisville. Just an hour ago, they got shot. You know what I'm saying?
And it's scary because like, and I'll put this sidebar. I was in Louisville like 2-3 weeks ago, and Louisville is not a bad place. And I ran into officers that were nice. I ran into nice people, and officers were like, hey, how's it going? Do you need anything like that too? But so that's what I mean. Not all officers are bad. And even some of them, they believed like, and it's like, and of course it was off the record, but they were like, well, it really sucks what happened. It was wrong. They need to do something about it. And the fact that, and that's what I mean. It's like, I think this case is just smoke cover. So now they can't do anything about it because it's like, okay. And that's the thing. They're not even doing a statement of saying, "Hey, guess what? We believe the officers, and it sucks, but this is what they can say. We believe the officers acted right, but we need to reevaluate how we deploy our officers, how they use force, and how we disseminate information."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because there's no reason they should have still went into that house and they already had the guy. Like if you already got the person in custody, why are you there? And then catch this part. The stuff that they used as to go to her house, she broke up with that dude years ago. They had years voicemail, years, and nobody went, hey, let's check and see if they still associate. Let's send someone out and let's stake out the place. You don't do stakeouts no more?
No, or let's just talk
maybe wild thing. What if you just called her in and interviewed her?
That's what I'm saying. Why don't they just talk to her?
There's a lot of easier ways to do this. Then she could have told you, yo, I don't even associate with that guy. I haven't seen him in 3 years.
Yeah. No, trust me. That's what I'm saying. A lot of, and this gets them off the hook because no one's going to say, hey, what, and that's what I mean. No one's going to be like, you know what, hey, everything leading up to that is wrong. And like I said, like I'm not gonna, and like for the final part, and even with all these other stuff, I try to stay out of the last part because I wasn't there in the last minute. And I can honestly say, if I have a weapon in my hand, and this is like my mom too, because my mom says that the reason why my mom doesn't own a gun is because if she has it, she's gonna use it, and she doesn't want to. She doesn't want to be responsible for that. So, and so like if I say, if I have a weapon in my hand and someone endangers my life, I'm probably gonna fire it. Because as a thing, so I'm not there, and I wasn't there in that firefight. I can't say anything about it, but everything going up there was wrong.
Now, but here's the thing about the firefight that gets me, okay? If the boyfriend gets cleared of charges for shooting at them, right? He got cleared of the charges. He's not.
Actually, I don't think they cleared it. They delayed it. Last thing I read, I could be wrong. I think they delayed it. They delayed it, and then they're let me see, because I know and I could be wrong because last thing I read it, they delayed it, and they're figuring everything else out, because that's the one thing I was mad about that as well. And that was, I was really mad about that, because it was saying, and we talked about that too. It's like, okay, because they're trying to charge him with not even murder, or like attempted, like assault, and charge a weapon. It was on a police officer.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that was the last thing I saw. It was they delayed it. And so let me see. Hopefully, but they might have, yeah, that, and she was damn, she was shot 6 times too. So, and that's the thing. I want to know.
Even shoot the officer.
No, he shot one in the leg.
No,
So
no,
the
no,
boyfriend shot.
no. His defense from his attorney is that he actually missed and didn't shoot the officer. One of the officers shot the other officer.
Yeah, I heard that one too. But I'm saying, whether it's here or there, if he only shot, but so, and they're saying that one officer got shot in the leg, but it's like, and they shot her 6 times, and the boyfriend didn't get shot once.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I heard that it missed.
So after using a battering ram to enter Taylor's apartment, Walker fired what he said was a warning shot. Mattingly.
So yeah, Mattingly, mile across that
Based on
road.
the crime scene photos and other evidence he has obtained through discovery, Romney said the police fired 40 to 45 bullets.
And that's what goes, back to, and I'm saying, and that's what goes back to that Christopher Dorn thing too. And I talked about it. It's like, they're not. Yeah, I'm like,
A minute and 8 seconds went by where they weren't shooting. That's enough time to go, all right, okay, I'm shot.
yeah.
Whoop-de-whoop.
Yeah.
More than a minute elapses before anyone says officer shot. We know the police are firing wildly from various angles. The timeline and evidence at the scene is more indicative of police actually shooting Mattingly than it is Kenny Walker. Photographs of Walker's round that was recovered didn't show any indication it touched blood.
No, and that's what we talk about, because it's like, and that's what we're saying, it's policing gone wrong, and that's the thing. So we need to go back up, because they're trained, and that's why one officer was fired. So actually, it's the thing about him, but he was fired because he was outside the house and shot into the house. So he didn't know what's going on. So he was shooting blindly. So pretty much he probably got fired. And I'm thinking that he was fired because they're like, hey, dude, you could have shot your own officer.
I think they fired him because he did.
No, yeah.
I think they fired him because he did. He did shoot the other dude. And they don't want to say that.
Yeah. But I'm saying that's neither here or there. So even if we're going on what they say, it's 46 times for one shot.
Yeah. Wow.
And that's where we're like, okay. So his name is Kenneth Walker. Let me see the Kenneth Walker's trial. No, not the aviator. So yeah. Poor guy.
This other, where's that wild other thing?
Yeah, because he was charged with attempted murder of a police officer, which is, that's the thing. It's like, you didn't know he's a police officer. So it's like, why are you trying to add a certain, because that's like saying, you get in a fight with someone downtown and you whoop his ass, and then they're like, oh, let's hold on a police officer. It's like, did he identify himself? Was he in uniform? Like, no, he was a random guy that you met at a bar, and he pissed you off because he thought he was big and bad.
Yeah, and then there's this other thing, man. Yeah, there's this other thing where basically, like, what is it like? It's called. Well, I don't want to harshly pivot. Yes,
Yeah.
just yet.
We
But
we could harshly pivot because this is making me mad because honestly, that's all I'm saying is there's so many things
yeah,
gone wrong,
everything went
and we
wrong.
know it.
Everything that could go wrong went wrong.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's like no one's holding them accountable for, and that's the thing. If you want to say, hey, they didn't murder her because of whatever reason, then go with that. But you need to hold them accountable for 45 bullets and 2 laves.
Yeah.
And then and I mean,
because my thing is, if a minute and 8 seconds go by and there's not a single shot fired, you're not talking to the guy saying, hey, we are the police. Show me your hands so we can arrest you. Yeah. Never just none of that discussed in a minute and 8 seconds. None of that. Nothing. That's wild.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, and that's what. So, and let me go look at this wonton offense real fast, or this wonton charge that no one knows to see what it is, and then have to look for the Kentucky also.
Oh yeah, I can tell you what a wonton offense is. I can tell you
what is it?
It's a Class D felony from matter of fact, I'm just gonna pull my guy saying in the freaking group chat because he yeah, let's see. Where is it at?
Oh, wanton endangerment. What's what? Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, wanton endangerment. Hold on, let me just go to the gallery. Okay, that's weird. Oh my god. Man, what chat was that in? See, this is when you're in way too many group chats.
Okay, I'll go to Fox News because they'll fluff it up too to make sure he's not that too.
Oh yeah, they definitely are running a huge fluff piece.
Oh, so pretty much it's a Class C felony, and each count carrying possible of 1 to 5 years, and fines up to so pretty much so he could go to jail for 3. What is it's possible sentence? Possible sentence.
No, they could give him and where he could serve it concurrently. So then he serves 1 year for all the charges, and then boom.
But it's possible they could just fine him. They could just fine him. They could just fine him 10,000 or 3,000 because it's a possible that and the fine. So we don't know. That's the thing. So and he wasn't in charge for the death. He was in charge for that. So you're telling me you're only getting, and that's the thing. It's like you're only getting, and it's only one person is getting it, not everybody else who shot. Everything else. So person guilty of that human life.
Say what now?
No, because they're saying he was endangering human life. The other 2 officers aren't charging it because they were justified in so only the guy shot it on the outside. Yeah. And then yeah. Let's see, and he said mentally, and the officer went out.
I'm betting 95%. I'm 95% sure when they drop the evidence, it's gonna be that dude that was outside shot his homeboy on the inside.
Yeah.
I can guarantee it. I can guarantee it. I'm up in it. I'm 97% sure.
Yeah. So pretty much, it's the guy that got fired is the one that he's the fall guy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Definite fall guy. Definitely.
And then and the max he'll get is 15 years.
And you know what, man? If he feels like he's gonna be wronged, he should just air this whole thing out. Like empty the clip, air it out. Like F it, drag them all down with you.
No, because they're gonna wait to see. No, because they're gonna make a deal with him to protect him. So when they realize, but because he's not gonna drag everybody down. Like unfortunately, that's
Man.
The only thing that we got now is that the Attorney General also announced there's a new task force to examine how Kentucky handles and serves criminal warrants. That's just ridiculous. All just, it's sad. Like,
Okay.
It,
Okay. Now, other thing. These California wildfires, bro. Why are we wilding? Why are we using explosives? Why are we using explosives? Okay? Explosives to go, it's a boy. Like, oh yeah, it's a boy, all right. Now your family's in debt and your daddy in jail because he done burned down everything. Everything burned. Everything burned. That area is scorched. I'm driving up that way tomorrow, and I'm gonna be looking around like I want to see it. I'm gonna drive by there and I want to see it. I want to see what this idiot did.
He said it was a boy. That's what he did. Oh man! In all seriousness, though, in all seriousness, it's because people are freaking bored because they can't do anything. Because we're in California, and people, the thing is, now we're in the social media age, so everybody's sick of seeing of their friend in freaking Florida or Utah or Arizona or anywhere the hell else they're on the freaking world, being able to eat inside a freaking restaurant. And I think that's just what it goes, because when people have got nothing to do, and now it's less and less about, this is me talking, so I can't say it, but based on the evidence that we have, it's less and less about the virus. It's more about a political standpoint, so people feel better about other people. And because I go in with my family, and I have family on both sides of it saying that it's stupid, or we need to do the right thing and not do anything. But that's what it comes down to. Because the thing is, now people are going back to work. People are doing everything else. People have kids now, and now they have to work and pay that to work so they can send their kid to freaking to daycare, or stay home. Kids are going crazy after that too, because kids are bored. So now, like, we need to do something big and flashy. And yes, were they stupid? Yes. Should they not have done that? Definitely. But I do understand why, because people are bored as hell. They can't do shit, and when people can't do shit, they do stupid shit, and like explosives to say, hey, it's a boy or it's a girl. And I'm like, and I would never do that. I don't know why you would use the explosive.
He used, like, what was his mindset? He was like, yo, I'm gonna pack all this down in here. I'm gonna put all this blue powder on top, and I'm gonna put this right here, and I'm gonna light this fuse. It's gonna be crazy.
Because people, honestly, this year, I swear, for 4th of July, because they had nothing to do, it was like, buy one firework, get 4,000 for free. Because fireworks were going off this year, and it was going off for the month before 4th of July, and they were going off all the way to freaking August.
Oh yeah.
So I think he probably like, oh, my wife has told me to shoot these fireworks. I'm going to use it all for her right now to say, hey, and I mean, that's the thing, because there's way too many explosives this year, and that's what and I'm pretty sure it was leftover, fireworks,
yeah, probably so.
And probably I'm saying people,
man,
idiots, but
when I say the IE was lit up, like there was literally that video of a plane like flying over, and literally all you seen was just lights.
Yeah.
This fire is going off.
I know it was all lit up, so that's the thing. So bottom line, I blame Gavin Newsom, dictator Newsom. No, no, I can't say that. But let me go. Let me rephrase this. I believe it's take two. I believe because people can't do anything because they don't understand and it's hard to see why these restrictions are still in place. So now people, they're looking for anything for entertainment and for stuff that would have been, hey, I'm gonna go have a party with my family, and and I'm not saying be on top of each other, but in a closer proximity. Like, you can't do that. Like, like our homegirl, her baby shower got canceled. you know, or you know, her baby shower got canceled because of COVID. And at least that was in the beginning. But now, when a lot of stuff is going back to normal, and now we're like at the new normal. There's no new guidelines to newly hang out with your friends because these places these places that could facilitate it, they're not doing it. And whether it's because it seems like California doesn't give they don't give out guidance, and then it is frustrating because for me, since I've been going everywhere, it is frustrating coming back home and it seems like there's no hope because there's no.
We're eating in restaurants down here.
Mm.
We're eating in restaurants. Yeah. The bars is open. Hookah bar is open. Like, hey, I'm kicking it. I get
what you're saying, but I'm saying, but you go other places, and the thing is, it's so random because the thing is, out here, I could go get a massage in LA. I could get a massage, but I can't get my hair done.
Yeah, that is kind of wild.
No, and that's what I mean. Like, there's no consistency, there's no hope, there's no guidelines, you know. And there's some places where you can get your hair cut, other places you can't get your hair cut. There, you can get your nails done, you can't get your nails, and that's, and that's what it is. It seems like there is no hope, so people are doing stupid stuff. And like I said, like I went out to eat last weekend, and tell me the wait to Chili's was like an hour and a half because no one could do anything, and limited seating because like I said, out here we can't eat indoors.
Oh wow, Chili's is packed out.
Yeah, so then we're like, okay, let's just order
from Chili's. Walk into Chili's and do good.
Yeah. No, and that's what it is. So then we're like, all right, and that's the thing. So it got to the point where it's like, okay, let's go to City Walk, because at least while I'm waiting, instead of walking around the parking lot, I could go do that. But that's something like out like in LA for certain things like we can't, what was it? You can't go inside a mall. Like malls shut down, but like the outlet malls open, like in Camarillo, but like indoor mall shut down. But you could go to Target. So you're kind of like,
it doesn't make sense. You should be able to go to the mall and go to Target. Like if you can go to Target, you can go to the mall.
That's
everybody just wear a mask, and boom, you're
exactly. And it's so, and I think that's why people are doing stupid stuff, and like shooting out fireworks to say, hey, it's a boy, it's a girl, and people are doing wild things because, when you can't do anything, I'm like, oh, that's a good idea, and other people can see it because we can't do anything.
Right. Freaking morons. Yeah. Hold on, I'm gonna send you these so that you can see it. I'm gonna send you these real quick so you can see this for the cause I dropped them in the messenger, but
okay. I can pop in the messenger.
Yeah. If you can pull it, like the it's the jewelry stuff. That weird website, man. Like that mess pissed me off. Like I'm like, what would make you think that's okay to do?
Because when people can't do anything. Oh no, I don't have it. The last thing I have is the Instagram.
Okay, yeah, they should be in the messenger. It should be, if you don't have them, I'm gonna send them to you real quick.
Okay.
Boom, 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 boom. Bang. Okay, they're sent. Cause, all right.
Oh, so there we go. The Charleston Riot jewelry. There we go. I just saw it.
Yeah. The Wear Their Names jewelry collection. Like made out of shattered glass from the Charleston riot. So they got a bunch of shattered glass, which is free, by the way, for free. And then it's provided by, hold on, I want this dude's name to be out there. Paul Clemis? Paul Clemis? Yeah, Paul Clemis and Jing Wayne. What? How do you say that?
Let me see. I'm going.
Yeah, Yeah, our founders. So Paul Clemise and Jing Ween are founders of the Shan Shu, a handmade jewelry non-for-profit in Charleston. Everything is wrong with this. Everything. There's nothing right about this. You know, like there's nothing right about this. And so Shang Shu Studio, they have pieces like the Breonna for $240,
Yeah.
the Elijah for $480, the Eric for Eric Gardner for $290. Then they have the Ezel for $340.
Yeah. I see.
Gabriella for the $110. They got the Tamir, which is the earring for $45. It's sold out. Like people buying this. Then they're having a sale on the Tanisha. It's $155, and then they got the Trayvon, which is a necklace for $95. Like I don't even want to see the rest of the website. Like what? That's so disrespectful. That's the most disrespectful, disingenuous.
I need to go on the website real fast because
going to their families, and even if all the proceeds were going to their families, that is the most disrespectful thing. And your profit margin is absurd. I don't care if you're a nonprofit. That's just weird. You didn't consult no black people in the creating of this. None. You didn't hit up nobody and go, hey, bro, you think that'd be a great idea? We're gonna share this side of the glass and we're gonna start a collection called Wear Their Names. Oh, okay. Who is it about? Well, it's about Trayvon Martin, Breonna Taylor, Eric Garner. Oh, no. They would have stopped you before you. As soon as you would have, by the time you got out Trayvon Martin, they would have stopped you.
Oh yeah. Well, the good news is that they're shut down.
Oh, they are.
They shut down and issued a public apology because you know they said because you know they exploited everything for the BLM movement. My thing, which is, you know, let me see, but they said all the proceeds went to Black Lives Matters, but you know, don't know if you know.
Can't nobody corroborate that, and I don't even give a damn.
Yeah, no, but like it was really insensitive.
Oh, that's beyond insensitive.
No.
If somebody pulled up on them and beat the mess out of them, I wouldn't be surprised.
No, as I'm saying, I'm not expanding upon that because what I really think it's how because I don't want to be offensive like that too because all I can say it must be nice to live in a world where you don't have to worry about that and not where that's not because that's not an issue because if you see them it's like they don't have to worry about that. So or to be in a world where and it shows the dichotomy where you can make a mistake and people will just slam you, but it's like my intention to, but you know, and not be in danger and be afforded the chance to be that tone deaf, that insensitive, that out of the loop, and because it shows where they're thinking, you know, because it doesn't affect them, and that's like I don't know.
Look,
like that's why I'm a loss for words.
You got the nicest take on this. For me, they're fucking retards. Like, no offense, but that's what they are. Like,
it must be nice because they don't have to.
I don't know in what world do you name pieces of shattered glass from a riot about injustice and put the name of the people who suffered injustice, that died from injustice, on pieces of jewelry. Like, people just want to sport that. Like, no, we don't.
That like it, like you said, they didn't talk to anybody, and that's where I'm saying like it must be nice to
No,
to do to,
they
to
talked
do
to
that.
Candace Owens. They talked to Candace Owens. They talked to the conservative twins. They had to talk to somebody that just didn't care.
No, they didn't. No, or they brought it up, and then someone's like, "Oh, you're not going to do it." But that no, that's the thing. It's because like if you want to do that and have something to Black Lives Matter, and you want to say, "Hey," or something like, and even like this is questionable for me off the top of my head. You could do like really to like to I guess I'll say remember the fight, you know, and
Mm-hmm.
say, "Hey, this is broken glass from the riot to further the movement," you know, and then and maybe even name it after different places. So you could say, remember the fight. And and I wouldn't do that and I wouldn't buy it, but that would have been a lot less insensitive than, you know, and then trying to give to the movement, you know. But that's the thing, like they didn't talk to anybody. Because
Yeah,
that's the thing, it's like,
which
especially because
was better.
if it's my family, like, and especially like glass to go like, oh, it's broken glass. I don't want it to, you know, maybe after my family member for because of, you know, because it's insensitive and it's showing the ongoing, you know, the ongoing struggle of what we're going on, that nothing's changed. Especially like the Trayvon. Like,
Mm-hmm.
why the hell are you naming the Trayvon? Because, you know, now years later we're still having this issue again, and this is what this like this doesn't represent what he stood for. This represents that, hey, shit still hasn't changed, and
Mm-hmm.
here's your proof. So I don't want to say that to my son, my family member,
Right.
and that's why I would still. But that's how you know they didn't talk to anybody,
Right.
or at least anybody that it could affect. Because and that's the thing. If you want to give back, or even, you know, and then that's the thing too. Them cleaning up the glass is enough, and that's what I'm saying. If they want to say, hey, we're cleaning up the glass, and but we want to kind of monetize this to give to the movement, and we want to do something that commemorates that, say, hey, we're still out here, we're fighting it, we want to remember the struggle. You guys want to remember it. That would have been better for me than putting people's names on it. And that's why I've said, just I'm going insensitive, because if I really go off, I'm no better than them.
Hey, how I feel personally, fuck them both. Fuck them both.
Oh man.
Fuck 'em. As soon as I seen it, I was like, you, where have you been? What rock have you been under?
A
Where?
lot of people, they don't, like, that's the thing, like they don't realize certain things until it happens to them, and my my issue. And when you're trying to talk to people, and that's why I said ignorance is, you know, not knowing is one thing, but, you know, willful ignorance, or not trying to understand the side, that's something totally different.
Like,
And a lot of people, like they don't know.
so one of the girl that found it, she's Asian. The dude, he's
Mm-hmm.
white or whatever. If I went to the Asian girl and I said, "Yo, I'm selling dirt from the internment camps," she looked at me like I was nuts,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely nuts. Like, hey, you can use this as fertilizer. Hey, you know what I'm saying? I made it into a little hourglass. Like, you know what I'm saying? You could pass the time with your ancestors. Like, that's so disrespectful.
I'm thinking worse. I'm like, you can here's some dirt for your Zen garden.
Right? Like, that would be so wild.
Yeah.
That'd be wild. They'd be like,
Yeah.
we're done. We're done with you. We're over. There'd be lines outside. You'd be getting canceled left and right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I did that
Yeah.
mess. I'll never be able to get a pedicure again. Okay, that was the wrong.
Take three.
Time out. I'm gonna put this up. I'm not gonna promote this one on Facebook.
No, you need to cut that part out right there, that middle part.
Oh.
Oh man.
Oh, that's wild. That's wild.
No, but I mean that's.
But that's the level of insensitivity. Like do you see how insensitive that
No, I totally get how insensitive it was. Like, and that's why I'm saying it must be nice to especially where you don't have to worry about it, and you can tell that and it shows that people they don't care to know because like I said, obviously they didn't ask anybody, and that's what I'm saying. Like, and for whatever we say, good idea in theory, because especially if their intentions were honest, they wanted to clean up the street and give the money to the BLM movement.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm believing them at their word of that's what their intentions were, fine. Execution was horrible, and you could tell that they didn't bother to check the care to see if the execution would offend anybody.
Right.
And that's and this and in the day where you could everybody has friends, everybody has social media, you could put a random poll on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all that stuff, and you could tell they didn't do it, and they didn't care to do it, and that's what
they would have found out. They would have got canceled just for the idea. If they would have tweeted it would have got reposted everywhere. They would have got canceled for the very idea.
Yeah, but that's my point. But then at least and then you make a new Instagram or a new Twitter, and then you go on your merry day, and then but you're not putting a product out there with your name on it that shows that hey, I did not care to see if this was okay. Mm-hmm. I didn't care to see if I was going to offend anybody. I didn't care to see how this could be as exploitive, on a current movement. I didn't care to see how this could hurt people.
You know what's worse? Than them selling it? People buying it. It said the Trayvon was sold out.
But that's
it said it was sold out. Like, fam. You know how many people had to buy it for it to be sold out?
They could have made one. We don't know that.
It came in a pair. It at least came in pairs.
We don't know that. They could have given one.
They at least had to have 10. They at least had to have 10 pairs.
No, but that's what I mean because people and I think because the thing is people and maybe this may be being naive because one, would I have bought it? No. But if you're saying, hey, and it's random people because they're going, especially because right now it was a thing to do this summer. I want to support the Black Lives Matter movement. Let me go see what I can do. Oh, $45, and I can contribute to this, and I get some earrings. They probably didn't even read that it was glass, and they were like, okay, got my earrings. I mean, like.
But I'm just saying, like
I get it.
The mass number of people that bought it. Do you know how you're ignorant? You're beyond.
They were ignorant. I'm saying there was ignorant.
Like, yo, what kind of earrings you got? I got the Trayvons. Like, what? What? Hey, get him up out of here. Get him up out of here. You getting beat up that day in the gym. Like,
nah.
Like, you can't be saying that. Like, yo, I got the Trayvons. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this necklace, you know what I'm saying? It's nice. You know what I'm saying? Got the Breonna,
Oh, man.
Just came, like, no.
Yeah, I'd have been like, about that.
Yeah, no.
I'm like, about that. I need you to remove those.
Yep. Man, but to segue to something completely unrelated, bruh, did you see Microsoft bought Bethesda? I was like, yo.
They needed to after that weak ass Microsoft Xbox press conference.
Oh yeah, that was horrible. And then their flagship game looked like it was supposed to come out 12 years ago.
And then it got delayed.
Oh yeah, because they had to go back in and redo the whole thing. They thought they was just gonna be able to put it out there. They thought that looked good. That mess looked terrible. As soon as I seen that, I said, this is horrible. This looks worse than Destiny 1 vanilla.
Man, I miss Destiny 1 vanilla.
It's like, do you know how bad game has to look worse than Destiny Vanilla?
I
You
was
look
just
worse
like,
than the beta.
in the alpha. I remember that Destiny alpha. I played the shit out of that alpha.
Man,
I
all I did was play the alpha. I played the alpha way too much.
I played Destiny 1 way too much. Like just
Yeah. I put dumb hours into Destiny 1. Destiny 1
yeah.
took my life.
I know. I was
Like
like, man.
the Vault of Glass raid and all that.
Oh, that was like my favorite raid.
Yeah.
And
Because
then
it was
actually,
a solid
but
raid.
yeah, and then Crota took a lot too. Even though it wasn't as consuming, but I did like Crota's raid as well.
Yeah.
And then
I'm trying to think. What was the other one? There was another raid they did that was really good. It was
yeah,
solid. It was solid.
I brought the name of it. I know what you're talking about, but that one. But actually, because it was Crota, then the Prison of Elders was just fun.
Yeah,
And then it was
Prison of Elders is just fun. It's just like this
yeah,
arena thing. Oh, you know what?
yeah.
You know what it is? You know what it is? You know what it is? I'm still thinking about Vault of Glass because I'm thinking about that portion in the Vault of Glass where you got to sneak around. You got to sneak
Oh,
around.
with the
Yeah, that part
yeah,
was
I know about
fun. Like you just try
yeah,
to sneak around, and then you always have that moron that like tries to like double jump, like
yeah.
fast, and
Gets
he's
the
like, "Oh, I
Gorgon's
can't even
gaze.
stop." And then all
Yeah,
everybody's getting murked.
yep. The Gorgon's gaze. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
oh man. So, ooh,
Yeah.
no, good old freaking good old Vogue.
Yeah, but that's gonna change the like. My thing is they bought them for 7.5 billion. Like, can you imagine all the other companies that's gonna end up getting bought up potentially? Like okay,
Uh,
now what is it? Like Sony's gonna purchase Capcom or something. Like it's just gonna get
no, 'cause
crazy.
I think that price tag what makes it so there'll be less buyouts for big AAA companies, just because that's not chump change. And then it made sense anyway too because they weren't really making like honestly like I think it's like honestly I think it's a waste of money because it wasn't like they were pumping out games on Sony system anyway. They were mostly because everybody gets a computer version because of all the mods for
Mm-hmm.
any Bethesda game.
Yep.
And I mean like unless they they get like the freaking somehow get like the Elder Scrolls. Um, I mean that's the thing, and then plus Microsoft they've also showed that like certain companies that they buy they'll still go multi-platform
Uh-huh.
because because they own Minecraft, but Minecraft like they're and at first when I thought when they bought it like I thought oh there goes Minecraft on PS4 like they're gonna just it's gonna be like its own little entity, but
Right.
now like it's open up for crossplay for on the Xbox and
Yeah, because there's more money to be made in crossplay.
well, no, well, no, I know there's more money. No, but the thing is, because but with Minecraft, a lot of people they play it solo anyway too, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm saying, but now they opened it up to play with so like that's the one game they didn't have to crossplay it on that one, and I think they could have got away with the Stonies being like on its own island, and now they put it in the fold with online with all the other ones too. So that means with them buying that, like and they're saying that they're willing to go and publish on other systems, I mean like that's what I'm saying, like it doesn't really I think it was they overpaid and it was a little too much money.
And plus, like, okay, they're big franchise. Like, okay, they have what? They have Doom. They have Doom, which was doing good, which does good. And then you have Fallout, which is terrible at this point. They've lost
Yeah,
all goodwill. Fallout 76 was the worst game I've ever seen, next to Anthem. And
yeah.
Anthem, that was pretty bad.
Well, I mean their big thing's gonna be Elder Scrolls.
Yeah.
That's gonna be their big and I think if they pull that away from a Sony system, it might help, especially with the Xbox One S, or sorry, the Xbox Series S being so cheap.
Mm-hmm.
I could see that skewing people over.
They're gonna put it on
But
Game Pass anyway.
well, no, but that's what I mean. But I'm saying that could do a hardware boost because the thing is, like with
Yeah.
me, because one, I buy systems. Because I'm multi-platform. I have the like right now. I'm looking at my PS4 Pro and my Xbox One X. You know, I have a Switch. I have another PS4. Before I had the One S. My One S died, which is why I got the One X. So because I wasn't even planning to get the One X. I got the One X when quarantine happened, when I thought I was gonna be at home, and I wanted to play Phantasy Star Online 2,
Oh
which
yeah,
you should get that game. So and my One S died. Remember, I put that Facebook post on it because
yeah,
but then I got the One X. I thought I had more time. Joke was on me. They said, "Hey, you still get to go to work." So I'm like, "Yeah, screw you, quarantine." Um,
right.
but that's the only reason why I have the One X. So like with me, like a One S, and for people like me, especially because I'm gonna buy my PS4 anyway,
Yeah,
or my PS5 anyway. The Series S isn't a bad deal for 300. It plays all your series. It plays all your new Xbox games. So it plays all that. How the marketing Game Pass piques my interest anyway too. So I mean, so if they don't go total cross platform and put everything on the Xbox on a PC, I could go and potentially get a One S
yeah.
or a Series S. I keep on saying One S.
It's a lot.
I keep
It's a
on
lot
getting a
about. It's a lot of.
yeah. So I can see how them getting Bethesda, and especially with people who don't have a computer or don't want a computer, because honestly, because I'm pretty, even though I have a gaming PC, I'm pretty anti PC gaming, just
Right.
because I know I know in 2 years my PC is gonna be crap and it's not gonna be good anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so people like that, I can see them, and then people who love freaking, or the Elder Scrolls, because like my dad's one of them too. Because my dad loves Elder Scrolls, because he plays the shit out of Skyrim. He played Minecraft for a while too, but he played it, but he played them both on the PS4 because that's what I had and that's what I gave to him. So with him, with those going out, I know what kind of games he likes. I have no problem popping a One S, and that would deter him from getting a PlayStation 5 because those are the kind of games that he likes. But I don't know if that group's big enough, and then I don't know if Microsoft, because they said, hey, if it doesn't sell enough, we're going to put it on a PS5 anyway.
Yeah.
So that's why I think they kind of overpaid
Yeah.
for them on that one. And then like for me, like right now, any of those games, if it goes on computer, I don't need it
Mm-hmm.
because with me, graphics aren't my biggest thing, and especially I'm planning to get a Series S anyway. So
Right.
I mean, if it's able to run smoothly on my PC, then that's what I'll get. So which is why I think, but that's why I think it's an overpay. Um, and especially if they want to tap into the Japanese market too, with that too. But that's not going to help them.
Yep. Yeah. It's not, and they've been trying to purchase a Japanese company for forever, but
Yeah,
yeah, but like somebody was I was watching what is it? What's that dude named Maximilian dude or whatever?
yeah,
He mentioned that he was like, yo, he's like, what if Sony bought Blue Studio, the one that's been doing all those remakes?
yeah.
I'm like, he's like, that would be a good buy. Because then they could
That
go
would
back
be
in their catalog and remake whatever.
whatever they want. Yeah. So I mean that's what I'm saying. Like I think Microsoft would have to purchase a Capcom, or honestly, Microsoft what they need to do. They need to buy Sega. That's what they need to do. Like if they want to be in the Japanese market, like they need to buy Sega. They need to buy them and just say,
Man,
you know what,
that
I'm
would hurt
sorry.
my heart. Because I'd actually have to get an Xbox to play Sonic.
That's what I mean. But it's not even that because and they have a marketing with them because for some reason Fantasy Star is only on like because that's the thing because Fantasy Star Online too when it came to the US it was only on Xbox, but the game is out on the Vita, it's out on the Switch, it's out on the PS4, it's out so they have a deal somewhere with Sega. They just need to outright buy them and say, hey, guess what? You want these games? This is what to do.
I think Nintendo, because Nintendo and Sega have a good working relationship as far as like games. They collaborate a lot in like
Yeah,
Sonic. crossing over and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
I think they just might like Nintendo might go, oh, you really gonna, and they might pull the rug out from under them just to
Yeah.
secure that IP.
Well, no, but and they can pull out the rug out from under them, which will be fine. But I'm saying if Microsoft wants to really get in the game, that's
Mm,
what they need. That's what they need to do. And if they want to get in the game with their US stuff too, they need to freaking buy Visual Concepts, and they need to go talk to the NFL because they have a marketing deal with the NFL and say, hey, guess what? We want to make a football game because that's the thing. If you get, and this is me, and I would be on it too right now. If you told me right now they're going to make another game, another NFL game, and it's only on Xbox, I will buy that Series S and play it because and this is coming from a Madden diehard. I went back and bought every Madden, when I was younger, so I could get every Genesis. So I got my whole collection, but I've been playing Madden since Madden '96.
okay, yeah, yeah.
Diehard Madden person,
You
and I
in?
know after 2005, the series has gone to crap
Right.
because 2005 was the last NFL game that was made by someone else besides EA, because then EA got the exclusive license.
Mm-hmm.
And so so I think Microsoft, they need to secure a Japanese company,
Mm-hmm.
or to help set up them in Japan for other things. So like I said, honestly, I said they just need to pony up and give Sega money that they can't say no to, and say, hey, you get to keep the name. And now in Japan, this is gonna be the Sega Xbox, or the Sega Box, or whatever you want to call it, or the Xbox Series Sega, and put them back on the map, use it using the market. And then out here, they need to get Visual Concepts and be like, hey, because I think they have the relationship with Sega anyway,
Mm-hmm.
and then they need to go talk to the NFL and be like, hey, guess what? We want back in. We want back in the market. Or what they need to do is they can make a football game and then pay some third party person to be like, hey, we're making this professional patch and put all the NFL players in there too. So then you can go download the patch after the fact to get people to be like, hey, guess, because we're tired of playing Madden.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Madden's not doing as hot as it used to, like at all. Like people are just pissed. Like all the fans are just pissed. It's in the same. Madden is in the same position Call of Duty was in like 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Like basically everybody hated the game. They were sick of it or whatever. And then what did they do? They said, okay, we need to go back to our roots. We need to go back to the formula that worked. And they produced Modern Warfare. Modern Warfare is probably the closest we didn't got to a regular Call of Duty game in a long time.
No, but I'm saying because the issue with Madden though, especially because this is how bad Madden is. I used to buy it first day Madden came out, buying it. I used to be that.
Yeah.
Ask me now, when do I buy Madden?
What like
I buy Madden Super Bowl weekend, because Super Bowl weekend is $20.
wow.
That's when I buy Madden, and because the game, unfortunately, has not changed. The last new Madden game I bought was when PS4 first came out, because I bought it with the PS4.
Okay.
After that, I think I might have bought the next one, and after that, I buy Super Bowl weekend because it's $20 or less, and like I said, $20 or less, and because I don't need to be bothered by it.
Yeah.
It's because like nothing, and I play it, and it's like, oh, nothing's really changed. So, but now I have updated player stats, and that's how it feels now.
Yeah, I think there's some football game that's on PlayStation. It's a different brand or whatever. Maybe it's football or it's some sports game. It's like FCLC or whatever it is. Like it's something. And basically, like instead of selling a new game in 2020, they just provided a patch update. They just said, "Hey, here's some DLC. You can pay like $20 and you get the new roster for 2020."
But that's how a lot of games feel like now, because and they feel like they have to put in new stuff, but now it's like they burn their goodwill. So and that's why I just wait. So that's why I said it, because I wait till Super Bowl weekend, buy for $20. That's my roster update.
Yeah.
And and I carry on. And I play it for maybe a week. Nothing's really changed. And I think that's why people are mad, and because Madden doesn't have to move anything, and it's like, oh yeah, the player models are cool, but and that's the thing. It's like they bought like the CBS, they have bought the ESPN license now too, and it's trash because the thing is, if you look up ESPN 2K5, or no, or like NFL 2K5 visual concepts. So it's NFL 2K5 on PS2 and on Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that game, and you can probably YouTube it, and you can look at the different what do I want to say, the different post game, the commentary, everything on there like that too, miles above what they have now. The only thing that sucks worse is the graphics.
Wow.
Because but like look at it, because they use the ESPN license and they have the commentator in there. They use the hard drive on the system. So that's the thing. If you have the hard drive on your PS2, it would store your own plays on the hard drive for that game. So during the halftime show, then they would show the highlights from your game. And they would show, and that's the thing. And like they don't do that. And my thing too is like, it'd be revolutionary for Madden. Revolutionary, because now we have this Blu-ray disc and we have these bigger games like that too. Multiple commentary teams.
Mm-hmm.
Because and they're using the same lines from the other from the other games like that too. So it's like, hey, 1 year, hey, let's get, and now you have Tony Romo, whatever like that, and Jim Nance. They're a team. You get some other team also, because you're saying, because because you have ESPN, you have NBC, you have all these commentator teams, and that's the thing. Even even ESPN or NBC or CBS, they all have multiple commentator teams. So go with whatever version you're emulating, get multiple teams, so they go to different games. Because after you play the season mode, it's like, you turn the commentary off, because you hear it all the damn time. Like, it would be awesome to hear someone else's voice, especially because you have the database of your current commentating team, and then you go and that's the thing, and they have these sound bites from we'll say from 2001 or 2000, because that's when it went on PS1. So you have all those sound bites. Get some multiple teams on there. They can even go classic just to hear someone's voice. Like, give me the option so I can hear someone else's voice. And right. Yeah, it's something small, but it says, hey, it's an issue. We're fixing on other issues. This is what we can do right now for other for other things, and do it. And that's, like you said, a lot of these, like, they're not doing it, and that's why people don't care.
Right. Trying to think what else. Man, like what was the biggest game to you in the PlayStation Showcase? What was the one you was like, yo, day one?
Day one, only because it caught me off guard, was Miles Morales, because especially when they said, hey, this is coming out right now. Also with that second trailer, with that new Final Fantasy, looks like fire. And the thing is, I don't like, if you ask me about Final Fantasy, I'm like the filthiest casual. I am 7, that's it. And I played 8, I played 9, I saw 10, but I really haven't played anything since 10. And this new one, because it's 16, really, I was like, holy crap. And then what was the other one too? There was one where I just looked at it, and it just looked freaking amazing. But that's what that's what I mean. Like, it looked amazing, and I was like, holy crap, because I'm gonna see if I could go find it. I don't care about Apple, but I could look at the launch games. Oh, I don't like it, but the new Demon Souls looked crazy. It looked really good.
Yeah.
And then I know, So, and
I went, y'all went the extra mile, because Demon Souls, that was that's my favorite Souls game. That's still my favorite Souls game to this day. And as soon as I seen that, I said, I'm buying that. I don't care what happens. I'm buying it.
Yeah.
Demon Souls, the Final Fantasy threw me for a loop. Cause just right off the rip, that's what they started with. I'm like, yo, really?
Yeah. And then they showed Miles Morales again too.
Yeah, with actual gameplay stuff, and that was clean.
Yeah, and that's the thing. And then I'll probably play Devil May Cry 5. I'll probably give that, because I the good thing is I didn't play it on when it came out. last. So now, and the thing is, I like Devil May Cry.
Yeah,
So
I got it on sale. I got it on sale, and as soon as I seen that version, I went, "Dang, why did I even get it?" Like,
but I might what I might do is I might just go and get the I might just go and get Devil May Cry because I know they have the digital ones, the original ones on well they have DMC and the original ones. I might get that whole series on you know what, I might get it on. I need to look at it. I need to see which one because I know the X does better backwards compatibility,
mm-hmm.
the Xbox. So I might get it on my Xbox, and then so then I can play it on next gen. Because the thing is, Devil May Cry 5, the new one's it's gonna be out on the Series X also, and the Series S. But I might just get it on the PS4 because if the digital games, if the digital PS4 games can be played on PS5, then I'm getting it on that too.
Yeah.
Because
yeah, and the thing is with that one, like there was, because I played it some, like there were way more enemies on screen in that.
Oh yeah.
Like I was like, yo, there is a lot going on here.
Yeah. Yeah, because they said it, and if you play it at 120 frames per second.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, that's way more than I'm used to. I'm like, yeah, that.
Yeah. So I have to see because I might, because what I might do though, because the only thing that intrigues me, the only thing that I like about the Xbox Series, it's like Series S, Series X, is that, and even with the Xbox One X, certain games you could get, and with Game Pass, you can play on your PC as well.
Mm-hmm.
So that I like. So that could sway me on certain things because especially like the little indie games too. Mm-hmm. So and because I have like a little Dell tablet or not tablet laptop that I could play some games on. I have my gaming rig that I probably need to start using again, and then and then the Xbox. So which gets me. I'm on the road at my desk on the TV, which is perfect. And then I could play with them too. So multiplayer games with the crossplay. One can play on the TV, one can play at my desk. So I like that aspect of it. So that's to me that's the only thing Microsoft has going for it, mm-hmm. for me. Because even like Bethesda, I'm like, like will it suck if I can't play Skyrim, the new Skyrim? Yes. Will I die without it? No.
Nope. Because then you have people making the games in that lane and they're doing it better. Like that, yeah. Like Outer Worlds. Outer Worlds mm-hmm. is far superior to Fallout. Like, yeah, it was everything you wanted Fallout to be, mm-hmm. and it didn't have weird glitches and all that other stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm saying like because the only thing that got me, because I think the only thing that got me to turn on my Xbox was and then when I found out it was broken, was Phantasy Star Online 2 when that beta came out. That was the only thing that got me to be like, oh hey, like I want to get it, but like other than that, and that's the thing. And eventually it's supposed to come out on PS4. Oh, Ratchet and Clank, because I really like Ratchet and Clank. That got me as well too.
Yeah. Ratchet and Clank is a series I've literally owned and played every game, but Going Commando. For some reason, I did not play the second one. I don't know why, but I didn't. I played the first one, played the third, played the third. The third was well done, and it had a great multiplayer. It just, the multiplayer for some reason didn't catch. Well, PlayStation didn't have the network for it yet.
Well, I think it just wasn't known for it, which I think that was the main thing. Since it wasn't known for it, people didn't get it because I was the same way too. Because I played more on Xbox Live, mm-hmm. just because that's what it was known for.
Right.
And there's games that like because even on PS2 there was games on PS2 that played better than the Xbox version, but everybody was all about Xbox Live because Burnout 3 Takedown, prime example, looked better on PS2, played better on PS2. More people played it on the Xbox because they knew Xbox Live.
Right.
So I mean, I think because it just wasn't known for that, and then with the 360, it was all about Xbox Live. So like I'm not gonna lie about that one.
Yeah. The 360 had things going for it besides it blowing up, but or dying.
Oh, you don't even know how many 360s I went through.
Yeah. Ring of Death.
I got that Ring of Death. I got that Ring of Death like all the time.
which is just wild. I just was like, yo, like my gaming system dying on me, and then I can't play games for weeks,
Yeah.
maybe months at a time. Get it? But
Oh, what the heck? Oh, there we go.
I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened there. Shoot.
Oh no, my computer popped up something, so I brought an alert out on my phone or on my tablet because I'm on my tablet today because I just reformatted my computer.
Okay.
So that's why I said I'm going mobile today.
Okay. Man, but I think that's about everything. I think we've hit everything. I tried to end on a lighter note because we started very heavy.
Yeah. Well, we get a recap. Freaking Judgment was trash. What was it? Then we talked about the lockdown. The California lockdown is trash because people get fireworks to blow stuff up.
Yep.
Julie made out of trash is also trash.
Yeah, just hella trash. Hella trash.
Xbox is trash, but they have some redemption, and PlayStation's the GOAT. And
PlayStation is clearly winning the generation. I just feel it feels so weird that Nintendo's just left out the conversation completely, but they're doing miraculous. They're doing just fine.
Yeah. Well, I think the thing is because Nintendo made it so like it's like you could get this gun, but you have to get our system too, which is so. And that's the thing. So like no matter if you have a PlayStation or an Xbox, you also have a Switch. Like that's what they made their way to, which I support that, which is awesome. So which is why they're usually left out. But like I said, this generation definitely like I think I'm actually gonna get the PS4 or PS5 without the disc drive.
I'm gonna get it with the disc drive because I forgot what it. There's something with that one without the disc drive. There's something with it that's wrong. I forgot what it is. Like I was watching a video on it, and he was like,
I will look. I'll look at it. I might get the one with the disc drive when they redo it. Because that's the thing. Because I'm thinking about getting the one with the disc drive early. Because they usually when they reduce the size, make new ones, they take stuff out of it, and I'm always worried about that. Because that's why. Because I know it's because I have the original PS4, and then when they even did the newer ones, there's no optical port for the audio. In the newer ones, you had to get the Pro for that, which made some headsets obsolete. Like the Astro series, the ones that the streamers use and everything, and made that one obsolete. So like I said, I think right now I'm leaning towards the discless, but we'll see if it's missing something that's really that big. So I'll probably have to look at the digital edition because that's the one thing too. I don't know when the last time I actually bought a physical game. Like
some games I like to have the physical disc of. Like Final Fantasies, I typically go out and I buy the game.
Well, which means, and the thing is, and I have games like that too. So I would buy the game, but I'd still get it digitally too. So I would still call me weird because I'm saying I would still do that. I would still do that.
No, you're rich.
Because if
I'm broke.
No, I'm not rich. I am not rich. I've been saying if it means that much to me and I want it like that, I'm getting it. So like honestly, like for God of War, because that's the thing too. Like for certain games,
God of War too, dude.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So with God of War, especially if it comes with some badass special edition, I'm buying that special edition, but I'm also getting the digital copy. So then I can play it at freaking midnight or 9 o'clock when it comes out, and not wait in that big line, play the game, go the next day in the morning, be like, yo, give me my edition. It's still wrapped up.
You know what? You got a point. You know what? Wait a minute. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Hold on.
Did I just convert you over?
I think I low-key lied on myself about this. I'm sitting here thinking, and I'm like, wait a minute. I played Final Fantasy VII day it came out. I played it the day it came out, but I'm like, how did I play it and I didn't go to the store? Like I specifically remember I did not go to a store. You know what? I had to have bought it digitally. I guarantee it's gonna be in here. Hold on.
Yeah, because the only
I bought it digitally. Yep.
Yeah. No, so the only thing that I will say is that which is why I would want a disc version, but I have to see if it's worth the hundred extra dollars. If the specs are pretty much in line, is that sometimes stores do those mega sales, especially
Mm.
Black Friday, and I know Sony's been better at it now lately. But sometimes, like Horizon, I got Horizon for $5.
That's a steal. That's a steal.
Yeah, yeah. So there's and that's because I bought that in the store, and I'm saying so there's sometimes where you can't beat that. But then it's like how often, and especially with this new normal crap for the way stores are, and everything's like on Amazon now, you know,
Mm.
and that's the thing too. Sometimes like if you wait like a week, like the physical version goes on sale faster than the digital version. Because like Mortal Kombat 11 was the same thing. Like it was $60. Then in 2 weeks it was $35 on from Amazon, but for the physical copy. But then the digital copy was on, it didn't go on sale for a while.
Wow. Okay. What are they having? Yeah, because they got a new sale going on for like big in Japan games
Mm-hmm.
on the PlayStation Store, like digitally, and like all these games, man, most things are like 50% off, if not 40. There's some that's in here like 85, 70, but they're games that I wouldn't even touch. Anyway,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh my God. They got Final Fantasy 10 right now. Like if you want a 10 and 10 too, you can get it for $12.
No, so they've been good on deals, and you just have to look, you know. It's not like Steam where you put something like on your wish list and then they'll hit you up when it's on sale. I think that's the one thing I will say. Steam, best platform for buying games,
Yeah.
just because I'll put stuff on my wish list and they'll say, hey, it's on sale.
Hmm.
And then but like I said, the PlayStation Store doesn't do that. The Apple Store doesn't do that, because I know, and honestly, Apple would have so much more of my money if they did that for their movies. And
Hmm.
because I put stuff on my wish list, if they say, hey, it's on sale, I'd be broke, because I could put stuff on my wish list and then like, oh, it's on sale, and it says on my phone, I'd be like, oh, bought it, right? I'll be at work. Hold on, Colonel,
Right.
bought it. Wait, sir, come out, please. Hey, Mom, I'll call you back. I'm trying to buy, and that's the thing. It's I think if Apple would have so much more of my money if they did that.
Oh wow, Trails Cold Steel 3 is on sale right now. When does this sale end? Trails Cold Steel 1 is on sale. Boy, I just bought it. Son of a, it was already cheap, but crap. I paid more money than I had to.
Yeah, I'm updating my computer right now, so.
Oh, the Mega Man Zero and ZX collection, they're on sale too. That's a good series. That's a good series of games. If you're into Mega Man and you want like a
Yeah,
solid game, then that Mega Man Zero and ZX was freaking phenomenal. Like I had them on Game Boy. I played the mess out of them.
yeah, I do remember those.
Well,
So
DS,
let's see, so
not Game Boy, DS, Game Boy. Anyway,
super old.
man, yeah, we're ending this. We're ending this right here. Listen, thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. Like the video if you like it. I'm trying to think what else. It helps with the algorithm and all that other good stuff that all the YouTubers say at the end of all their videos.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah,
Follow them on the social medias. That's where you get your voice in here at all. So if you want to add to it, comment it down. Follow him on social media. Hit him up in the comments out here on social media. Go on his Instagram. Say, hey, I want to see this. It's supposed to be interactive. You could contribute to this as well.
right. For sure. For sure. I'm open to anybody coming on here. If you want to come on here and talk, I'm open. Okay. I'm open. This is the home room. Okay. Everyone starts class here. All right. Everyone starts class here. Now, what you do
That
after
should be
my period, I don't care. But
that should be